guys, we've got a treat for you today. This is Ryan
from New Mac Geek, and this is Alex
from ABC and MSAJ. And today we've got a mass comparison of 5 cell phones, or mobile phones for us British people.
Of course.
And we're going to compare them. One of them is the new Nexus S from Samsung.
Let me bring you that one. Nexus S.
iPhone 4 from Apple. Motorola Defy from Motorola. HTC Desire HD. And finally, rounding off, we've got the Blackberry Torch, or the 9800. And we're going to do a few tests just to see which one is the best, and I hope you enjoy it.
And as ever, guys, if you've got any questions or comments, stick them below, and we'll answer them as soon as we can. Okay, so we've got the phones all lined up here. Starting from the left, you've got the HTC Desire HD, with its nice large screen. For those of you that don't know, it's got a unibody design. It's made out of metal, which is powder coated. And you've got 2 points where you can access the handset. The one here will access the battery port, and the one at the bottom here will slide off and access the SIM and memory card ports. You've got an 8 megapixel camera with 720p video recording, as well as an LED flash. Next to this, we've got the Nexus S with that curvature display, which is unique to this device. On the back, you've got the 5 megapixel camera, again with an LED flash, but unfortunately it doesn't have the 720p video recording. The back of the phone removes, and underneath you can put your SIM cards. Unfortunately it doesn't have expandable memory, but the battery is replaceable. Then you've got the Motorola Defy. The Motorola Defy has again a 5 megapixel camera, but no 720p video recording. Screen is a capacitive touchscreen, and again you can remove the back. The unique thing about this device is that it is waterproof, shockproof, dustproof, or lifeproof as Motorola call it. And then we've got the iPhone 4. The iPhone 4 is unique with its Retina display. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a removable back, so you can't change the battery, and doesn't have expandable memory. It uses the new micro SIM. Some people don't agree with this because it means that you can only use selected SIMs with the device, but Apple do say that it is the future. And finally, we've got the Blackberry Torch. The Blackberry Torch has a removable back, has expandable memory, and under there you've got the battery, the memory card port, as well as the SIM card ports. And it also sports a QWERTY keyboard, which is unique to this device.
First thing we're going to do with these phones is a browser speed test. We'll navigate to Ryan's website, newmacgeek.com. We're using that because obviously it's got no flash on it, and it makes it fairer on the Android devices we've got on display, because they wouldn't have to load the flash, whereas the iPhone and Blackberry wouldn't have to load it anyway. So just for fair sake, we're going to use that first of all, and I'll hand you over to Ryan now to do the test.
Okay, so while the Blackberry is failing to load the page here correctly, we pretty much find out that the winner is the HTC Desire HD.
Indeed, only just beating the iPhone by half a second, so it was a very close race.
Both performing very well and loaded the full content from the page.
Okay, so in this video we're going to show you how quick you can go from the handset being in standby mode to go onto Google Maps and search for a location. This is a good way of explaining how you can use the phone as quickly as possible to utilise its features. Okay, so the plan here is Alex is going to test each of the devices in real time, and he's going to give his opinion on which he thinks is the best device to use, the best experience. Not necessarily the quickest, but just the nicest experience. So to start with, he's using the HTC Desire HD. So off you go, Alex, as quick as you can to Maps and find a location. Your location you're looking for is London. So he's away, unlocking the device, into the menu system, trying to find that application, and he's into the app. So you'll find each of the devices have a slightly different version of Google Maps. And he's searching the location, it's loading, and he's there. Okay, so in this one we're looking at the Nexus S. So as quick as you can, Alex, access the device and search for Google Maps and find the location of London. Now again, this is all about experience, so how it is to type, how quickly you can use the device and how well it works. So that's just connecting and loading, and within a few seconds we're in London, and that's a success. So next up we've got the Motorola Defy. Off you go, Alex. Navigate the handset to Google Maps and search for London. Okay, he's accessing the menu system. Looks a little bit slower menu system than the other two devices we've gone through so far. Searching for the location. And we're loading. And we are there. And next up we've got the iPhone 4. Away you go, Alex, as quick as you can. Straight to the maps there. Quick typing, and we're there. And finally, we've got the Blackberry Torch, or the 9800, as some of you may know it. Off you go, Alex, as quick as you can. Navigate the menu system and find Google Maps and browse the map system. Again, just to recap, we aren't looking for the quickest device to do this. It's really the best experience, and the best experience you find from each of the devices. Excellent, so the map is searching. And from what I can see, we are loaded in. And finished. Okay, so that was Alex testing all of the devices. What was your opinion, Alex? Which was the best, which was the worst?
Start off with the worst one. That'll be the Blackberry Torch. It's not a spectacular device for real life situations. It was very sluggish, very slow, hard to navigate, and the touchscreen didn't do it any favours, to be honest.
So that has now won the losing title, so that's out of the picture.
Next up I go with the Defy. It's running Android 2.1, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's 2.1.
So it was very sluggish and slow anyway. It is not a very good phone compared to those three there. Obviously it's got Android on it and it's the universal platform for most people, but it was quite difficult to get to on Google Maps.
Well, I noticed it was quite sluggish as well in the test. I think, it has only got an 800 MHz processor, but that's still fairly quick for a mobile phone. For those of you that don't know, 2.1 on the Defy will be upgraded to 2.2 as of the end of quarter 1 next year. So hopefully it'll get better, but as for now, it's out.
It needs to get better.
It needs to get better, definitely.
Yeah, that's alright, don't worry about that. Next up, I'll go with the HTC Desire HD.
So the Desire HD.
It pains me because I thought that would be the best out of the lot. It was pretty quick. It's running on 2.2 in this case. In fact, it's running a modded ROM of 2.2, so it should have been pretty quick. But it was just sluggish, and whenever you tapped on the search bar, it would go back to the screen, and you couldn't actually get it to where you wanted it to go. Typing was also quite rubbish. It's sort of got like tactile feedback on the keys, and I don't really like the feel of tactile feedback. But it did alright, but not good enough. So
it is still in the picture, but that takes third spot.
Second goes to the Samsung Nexus S.
Samsung Nexus X. That's a surprise. It was a very, very quick device.
It was very quick. Again, this is running the next version of Android. We've sort of gone from 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. This device, again, it's kind of toe-to-toe with the iPhone. But I think the iOS Maps is much, much faster, much more integrated into the system than the Nexus S's Maps was.
Okay, that's quite interesting. So Alex uses the Desire HD is actually his own device, and he also does use an iPhone. Myself, I also use an Android device with the Defy. That's actually my own device, and I also use an iPhone as well. So we both kind of see both sides of the story there. But the Nexus S does take second position, which is, it's done well. It was a great competitor. So that leaves the winner as the iPhone 4.
It does indeed. Do you agree with me?
I think so. It's difficult. You see, the Nexus S was very fast, but the overall experience did look better on the iPhone. What do you think swung it for you?
Just iOS in general. The integration of maps within the operating system was just superior to all the Android devices. Much faster to type on as well than all the other phones. Just better.
Just better? Well, that's what we want.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when we're using the phones, we want to find that the overall experience is the best experience you can get. And Apple seems to put a lot of investment into experience with their devices. So, congratulations, Apple. You have won this test. As ever, guys, any comments you've got, do stick them below.
If you've got any questions, again, feel free to ask us and we'll answer them as quick as possible for you.
Cheers, guys, and we both look forward to seeing you in our next videos.
Look forward. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care, guys. We're in.
I'm sorry.
Ah!
I'm gonna read now. Sorry. Huh? Yeah, it's so fun.
Winner of the worst
One of
experience.
the worst experiences is the Blackberry 9800.
Excellent. So that's gone.
Next up,
I don't like the Sony Ericsson Vivaz.
we should get one to test it though. Go again. How many takes do you do, roughly, do you think?
One.
Really? Fucking hell.
He normally doesn't turn
You
it
should
on.
see my edit reel.
Is it?
The power of voice editing.
Stop it.
Okay.
Okay, let's try again.
Last time. This will happen.
This will happen now.
This is going to happen.
Brilliant finish.
Oh,
I like it.
guys are adorable.